Bro, there were so many. Did you watch a Bad Bunny match?
Yep.
Bro, what just a fantastic production that was. Right. From the entrance to the use of the drone camera footage. Like, if you're watching that.
Incredible.
Bro, his
was that
entrance.
Jeremy Borash?
I don't know. I should text him and ask. Because
Jeremy was one of the first guys using drones, remember?
He's using drones. And they use a lot of the drone footage. And, bro, that's next level stuff that they're doing. Because, bro, the production in WWE, like right now, especially it's a $9 billion company. They partnered with Endeavor. Bro, they're as good as the NFL. And the NFL is like the king of television. And it's like the WWE's production is right on par with it, and if not better, because these guys are turning around incredible videos, like packages, in short amount of time. Like you're going to see, like, did you notice that UFC this past week had the CGI on the entrances? Like they do it in like when Roman has his entrance, you see the CGI of Roman and stuff. Bro, the UFC was doing that this week on their last show. I may have not noticed. They may have been doing it before, but they had the CGI over the top of the entrance with the guys and everything on the entrances.
Yeah.
So it's like, so that is just like Endeavor bought arguably one of the best television production machines that you could go out and find, and that's the WWE production machine. They're unbelievable. The way they shot Bad Bunny coming out, shot the crowd singing along with him and stuff, bro, it was just like it was next level stuff. It's just like incredible.
Plus, how cool did it look? How cool did it look at when you're coming out of the wall or the tunnel?
Yeah,
they had
from behind. Yeah,
they had it branded on there.
Right.
That was great.
It's incredible. And I'm not I don't really know any Bad Bunny's music. That's a badass song he came out to too,
bro. Half the songs.
Yeah, I mean,
half the songs in your club are probably Bad Bunny songs, and you probably don't even notice.
I probably don't even notice it, And then plus two, when Carlito hit the ring, bro, how over was Carlito?
Super over.
People don't understand. You've got a passionate crowd at that, and that was an unbelievable crowd. Like that, But it's a very small island. Right. So here's a guy that has this very small island, like everybody on the island knows who this guy is. Yeah, he's an over guy, and the fans are passionate. It's like, what an unbelievable pop. It's like that was just awesome television. I mean, I'm so impressed with the WWE. Like, bro, when was the last time WWE had a subpar pay-per-view? It's like each pay-per-view, you talk about it like it was better than the one that was before it. It's like
they're on a really good run.
The past 12 to 15 they've done is like that, It's just unbelievable.
What an incredible turnaround from 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, and we were just burying it every week. And you gotta, take your hat off to them. They did an incredible job. They've got the world's most famous singer, rock star, artist that headlined Coachella, that sold out Mexico City 2 nights in a row, over 100,000 people.
One of the features at the Met Gala, right?
Right, right. Doing movies, doing commercials, fashion icon, wrestling for you, bro.
Yeah.
And then you've got Logan Paul, one of the most charismatic, hottest guys on the internet, wrestling for you, bro. They're just doing everything right. And that, to me, I think is Nick Khan.
Well, and you show how talented these people are that they get, that they knock it out of the park every single time they're on TV doing this.
Right.
And it's almost like
they pick the right celebrities nowadays.
Well, bro, I mean, honestly, they do it so well that I don't know what the mindset is. But if you're like one of the top guys in these companies and you're watching this, you're like, man, like this guy's more over than I am. And you're one of the top guys, and you're watching these guys perform. It's like you just got to tip your hat to them. They kill it every time they're out there, and they're just incredible, talented. Yeah. And then the thing too is, it was funny too. I listened to Cornette's review of the show, right? And he was a little bit down on the match, on the Bad Bunny thing, because he's old school, and he's like, and he kept just referring to him as the musician, right? The musician. I'm like, dude, the guy's not like, I think a musician. I'm not thinking like, Freddie Mercury out there wrestling. This guy obviously is an athlete. You're watching like the guy obviously played sports growing up, and you're like, bro, I didn't, because I looked it up. Bro, he bought it. He owns a Puerto Rican basketball team. Like the guy's a huge sports fan too. Bad Bunny is.
He is.
Yeah, and I'm like,
listen to his songs. There's always references to baseball and basketball.
Right, guy's a sports fan. He's an athlete. Yeah. He loves this.
He says he grew up like being in love with wrestling in Puerto Rico. So guys like Carlito and his dad and stuff,
Yeah.
And that's a unique style
and
too.
What a treat it was to get that old school Puerto Rican crowd that they're coming in and bro, you never see this anymore. Bro, they were popping on the punches.
Right. They're going,
whoa, yeah, I mean, like
me up a little bit. Remember old school Atlanta when you would hit the guy and the people would right.
You'd be like, just on punches.
Yeah. Right.
And I've always said that. It's like, bro, everybody looks at like the old school guys compared to the new school talents. Like, dude, it's like what the old school guys had to do to get pops compared to what you guys have to do. It's like, maybe you should learn how to do what the old guy did. Because if you can learn how to punch a guy and get a big pop for the fans on one punch, maybe that's a skill you should learn to do better.
Because that was true theater, bro. And there was true theater. You had to have good matches to bring them back.
Right.
You had to be able to talk them into the coming back. Right. So those guys it was another level. It was a whole another level.
You had to talk like you were going to whoop the guy's ass, and you had to look like you were whooping the guy's ass when you got in the ring. Right. And like the people would pop on it. That's like it's like the principle that's not like we've gone this weird way where the fans look at it as performance, and these guys, the guys are performing together. What an incredible performance, and this is awesome. Like we're cheering the performance instead of like back then it was like, we're for a shoot. I'm trying to get people to come in here and think we're really going to fight, and they got to look like we're really going to fight. Mm-hmm. And it's it's weird how that's how wrestling's changed.
I think what I found is that since I have to deal with that problem in AAA, coming from old school, but having a new school face, fan base, right?
Right.
In its majority.
Right.
Obviously, we also have old school fans that watch the show. So basically, what I do is I got to see what's working nowadays, whether I like it or not. That's what's working.
Right.
And then I try to bring in stuff that from the old school days that will work forever and put it into the modern product.
Let me ask you,
because it is a different product. Yeah.
Let me ask you this, because like I remember the build, like to the point. Remember, like maybe 3-4 years ago. How many years ago was it when Dr. Wagner lost his mask? Okay, and he was on top, and it was 6 years ago, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, you could see the new school thing coming in, but like you were literally using one of your old school guys because he could sell a main event angle and looked like he could fight out there. He wasn't as good as the new guys. He wasn't as athletic. But the principles that drew money in the past, he was still able to do it. And it's like you see a lot of the reason they bring back these older guys is because that old formula still kind of works today. Guys that can talk people into the building and get their emotions to like that it is a fight. And it's like it's interesting to see how I don't know. It's just like but the WWE that show was like, wow. I mean, it's incredible stuff. So
yeah,
I'm gonna make it my goal going forward to get Bunny on this show.
Like, let's try to do it. He's been in a Sapphire 3 times. I didn't know that.
No,
he's been in the club. He's been in the club 3 times. Yeah. If you can, if somebody can get in touch, like if we could use our connections, I don't know if he probably knows us, I imagine, but I'd like to get him, to have a convo with him. I'm massive respect to that guy. He's this incredible performer.